And the big misconception is any and everybody feel like they can do what you do. I am Noya, Maryland, also known as Noy Meets World on social media, hailing from Prince George's County, Maryland to be exact, showing love to all of the creatives, all of the entrepreneurs out there trying to get it. This one for you. Well, what inspired me to get into the media was me graduating and earning my degree in American Studies with a focus of media. My plan was to actually be a newscaster. I always loved people like Ahmad Rashad, Stephen A. Smith, Stuart Scott, all of those type of gentlemen. Nick Cannon, Bow Wow, Terrence J, all of them were doing what I wanted to do based on my style and what I gave off to the people. So once I ended up interning at Fox 5 News, I thought to myself, wow, this is a good opportunity, but it's not the lane that I wanted to go in terms of feeding the culture and my background in the sneaker game. So after that, I decided to enlist and see if I could get an opportunity at DTLR. They hired me as an intern for the role, and then I started running from that point on. So the shows I created all came from my internship. I wanted to come to the opportunity with something to bring to the table versus looking like, okay, how are you all going to help me? And I think that's the first thing for entrepreneurs. Do not go into a situation looking for how they can help you. Figure out how can you be of assistance and value. So I started off with my segment called Noya's Quick Picks. And Noya's Quick Picks was a segment about new shoes, new apparel, and me giving my personal take on it so people can get a first-hand experience like a stylist to know whether they should like it, whether they shouldn't like it, or new items that they had no idea was in the stores. They enjoyed that. Then fast forward, I ended up creating In the Box, which was a confessional of all of the artists and all of the guests that I decided to have onto the show to tell me more about the reason why that particular sneaker has sentimental value for them and why they wouldn't give up that sneaker for anything in the world. So I did that over a course of a year. So what got me into shoes was my dad. When I was 5 years old, he bought me a pair of all gray 574s. Anybody that know about the 574s that's from the DMV area, because he's from Southeast, they know that that's the go-to. But keep in mind, I was only 5. I was in kindergarten. He gave me some suede shoes, handed me a toothbrush, and told me to keep the white part clean. From that day forward, it kind of was set in stone, to be honest. So to be a sneaker aficionado, you have to have a certain amount of product knowledge and also have some heat. Now that is not to say that you would be a hype beast, which is somebody who likes a hot item just because everybody else likes it. You buy it because everybody else wants it. No, being a sneakerhead is having the knowledge of different shoes, colorways, the history behind it, the designers, how about that? Different brands other than the typical top 3 that everybody go for, and liking, you know, just the individuality of whatever that colorway, that theme, that aesthetic brings to the table. So me being a sneakerhead is something I take pride in, which is why I'm able to create so many different concepts, because I'm true to this and I'm not new to this in the slightest. So the brands that I've worked with have been a multitude, but the ones that I would just tell you right here, it started off with Asics. I also done work with Puma. I've done work with Pony. I've done work with New Balance. I've done work with Diadora. I've done work with Reebok. I've done work with Doritos. I mean, Lugs. With me modeling for New Balance, it was a dream come true because, as I told you, I was only 5 years old with a pair of 574s that, quite frankly, they were cool, but I was trying to have fun. You know, why I gotta keep them clean, but it actually tailored me and groomed me to be ready for that type of opportunity. Leading up to it, I was already doing SMU activations on the corporate side. I was already promoting, I was already marketing, and I was just wearing New Balance day in and day out because it was a lifestyle when you come from the DMV. So to be able to model, have your campaign plastered all over the local area, the Metropolitan, being on Jumbotrons, being on billboards. Right now, actually, I still have stuff throughout the city. It's really like a dream come true, but it was something that I seized because I was ready for the challenge, simply because I've been waiting my whole life for that moment. Yeah, the biggest misconception of doing branding is they automatically feel like you are getting things for free. And in all actuality, you are not. Now, don't get me wrong. For people that's getting 1 million likes and 1 million followers in the snap of a finger, yeah, they're throwing them stuff, but don't get it twisted. They're throwing them stuff because they know they have the eyes and the viewership. You think it's easy only because we make it look easy. The same way you'll see a player shoot a jump shot, the same way you'll see a drag racer doing Tokyo drifts and all types of stuff, and you like, wow, it's so amazing. Well, give us the same respect, because the same thing that you overlook, we work hard at. Tireless hours, dealing with attitudes, politics, you name it. A lot of people say that you have to go out to get to where you want to go. Like, I'm from Maryland, so they tell me I need to go to LA. I have to go to New York to find those type of opportunities. So to decide to stay here is a catch-22, because they're telling you that, but on the flip side, if you go to New York, if you go to LA and nobody know who you are, you're a small fish in a big pond versus being a big fish in a small pond, and you're able to navigate. If people don't know who you are in your own city, you have a lot of work to do, period. If you can't have anybody reference to what you've done or seen what you've done, don't move. Don't move. Because if you're in Arkansas somewhere, you don't stand a chance more than likely. You don't know what you're about to be up against. You are not prepared. And quite frankly, you don't have the cachet or the reputation for it to uphold and carry you on to greener, better pastures, because you ain't do your groundwork hometown. So I would just say do what you need to do and exert all of your resources. And why am I saying this to you? Because, you know, by God's grace, by hard work, by, you know, people that believe in me, I had a billboard in my backyard. I had a billboard at Nat Stadium. I had a billboard projector jumbo screen smack dab in Chinatown, DC. Nobody could say I didn't put in my work where I'm from. All they could say is, or hate. So now that I'm at this point, I'm still here. I'm still putting on for the culture. I'm still going to work on helping, doing philanthropy work, and I'm still going to create while I'm, you know, doing my thing. I'm smack dab in Maryland. And when I do make that move, it's going to make even more sense because it's going to be undisputed. You may have seen me, but you may not have known my name. Yeah, you see me on the billboard, but do you know my name? That's what I'm working on now. So I think for you, if you're listening right now, work on your name, work on your reputation, work on your rapport, work on your focus, and always stay prayed up, because it's going to be a lot of obstacles that are going to discourage you. And the one thing you do not want to live with is regret. I would like to give a special thanks to, of course, the creator, the family, my foundation, all of my friends that look out, all of the haters, all of the motivators out there, all of the entrepreneurs, all of the creatives that are watching this. Like, this is a testament that you can be a hometown hero and you can do dope things just being you in your own element. So don't forget to be you and always stay blessed up in the process. When it comes to different outfits or shoes I'm giving, my mom hits me all the time and be like, "What you got for me?" And I'm like, "Mom, you don't fit my size. It's for me to wear, for me to promote. Like, it's not even in your color scheme." Like, but I get the reception because they appreciate and they see what I'm doing. So by them asking for stuff, that shows me I'm in the right direction and things are actually moving along.